Greetings and welcome to an LGR unboxing of Donations Thing, and I just got back from picking up my mail. Wow, y'all, what have you done? I know it's been 4 months since I last recorded one of these, but goodness, this is a lot. Massive thank yous to everyone that sent things in, although I have seriously run out of space to put things at the moment, so maybe hold off before sending anything else for a while. Yeah, let's get right to the unboxing, because this is gonna be a long one. Okay, I got one here from Alan in Canada. Interesting. Alright. This is his old 5x86 CPUs, kept since the 90s. Heck yeah, dude. Essentially one of the fastest released 486 class CPUs. Often overclocked, 260 megahertz. Oh, also want to thank me for adding subtitles to the videos. It's hard of hearing and it's a massive help. You're very welcome. It is my pleasure. A good like 25% of people that watch LGR use subtitles. So yeah, happy to provide them. I don't know what these are. Got some little chips here. Elite MT somethings. Yeah, I would have to go and research those. Ah, yeah. And there we go. Look at that. AMD X5 133ADW. There are multiple variants of this from what I recall. I don't remember what the differences are right now, but that will be for future me to figure out whenever I do a video about this, because I do want to do a video about this and compare it to my overdrives and some other various similar CPUs from AMD and Intel and Cyrix and whatnot. Thank you very much for sending these in. All right, got one here from Tom in the UK. I've got a Sound Blaster 16. Used to live in his family PC in the mid-90s, an Ambra Sprinter with a 386. An interesting sounding machine I've never heard of. Thank you, Tom. Hopefully it does work. We will see. Hey, look at that. Oh, delightful. That is a nice sound card. Always useful. Can seriously always put one of these to use, especially a slightly earlier one like this, a CT2290. It's got version 413 chip there. I don't know if that's the one with the hanging note bug off the top of my head, but yeah, real OPL chip. Either way, man, these are awesome. Yeah, I got a Creative / Panasonic one and also IDE. So this is the IDE interface version. Thank you very much. Highly useful. Okay, I got this one from Altair Audio Engineering. Wow, quite the unique old-looking postcard there. If anybody knows what any of that says, let me know. It appears Soviet. Awesome. Ah, yes, Scotty. Enclosed is edition 1 of 20 of Echoes on Stone Walls by Autumn Altair. It's a special LGR edition, which includes a version of Canyon, LGR Canyon.mid. That's really neat. What? LGR animation will play on a sound canvas, a compatible one. Dude, that's nuts. There may be a content match on one of the tracks, and I wanted to thank me for being a large inspiration for the album. I was always intrigued by the sound canvases as a kid, but my videos on that and the MIDI Mountain are what drove me to order one and ultimately write an album using it. That is so cool. Got some download codes. Y'all go get them. Got some awesome vinyl stickers here. Sweet. And yeah, look at that. That's just cool. I love any album or any kind of musical release, experimental or otherwise, on floppies. That's so cool. I might have to do a blurb on this, honestly, because if it like seriously does cool things in a sound canvas, and of course always appreciate a nice 3.5-inch jewel case. All right, this one does not have a person name on there. Okay, this one is from Aaron. Happy to contribute. Hope these help. Me too. Thank you. Oh my word. Yes. I don't know if help is the right word, but this is phenomenal. I've actually been looking for this thing for years. And there's multiple devices like it, but this one in particular is so silly. It's a joystick for the numpad. How stupidly awesome is that? As seen on TV. And apparently there's one here for the NES as well, which I was not familiar with. So yeah, they're amazing to have, and I really do want to do like a little quick blurb or something about them. I just want to try it out. there's a surprising number of these. A winning team. More speed, more points, more fun. Oh, okay. Thank you. Got one here from Joel. Oh, look at all these 3D things. I think there's another package that goes along with this. You know, these are all like different size 3D printed housings for, I want to say the Blue Scuzzy. Let's see if I can find the other package. Okay, yeah, here we go. No notes in here, a bunch of stickers. You see the little Raspberry Pi Mac things. All right, so all these are for the Blue Scuzzy project, which is a Mac hard disk replacement thing, which I do have one of those. These are all just brackets to stick them in various machines, I suppose, which that's awesome. But yeah, these here, I'd seen Action Retro do a video about the Rascuzzy. And yeah, it's like a Raspberry Pi based Scuzzy hard disk replacement solution. And Potato Fi, Joel, he makes these fantastic 3D printed cases that really fit the design language of the Macs that's meant to work with. I mean, those look wonderful. Good grief. Like, look at the texture on there. Can you see the texture? It's great. So I haven't actually been able to get the Rascuzzies. They've been sold out since I've seen that video and haven't actually seen them come back yet. Maybe they have, I don't know. Haven't noticed. Anyway, hopefully I can get those at some point because these cases would be great to use with that. Check out Action Retro's video on that if you're curious about it. It's a fantastic looking device for old Mac's Scuzzy machines. So is the Blue Scuzzy. Anyway, thank you, Joel. Okay, got one here from I Don't Know. I do remember being told about this though. I got a Quantex mouse pad. It goes along with my Quantex 486 I picked up over the summer. How cool is that? It's their later logo. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so it is from Alan. Hello, Alan. Inside the envelope is the enclosed Quantex mousepad he acquired while working at Quantex Tech Support call center in the 1990s. It will prevent the PC from feeling lonely. Apparently also enclosed is the Damn Interesting Challenge coin. Perhaps you'll think it's silly because it is silly. Note that, however, it is also shiny. Well, apparently he's the founder. Okay, well, what is this? Limited edition challenge coin. Assembly instructions: pull firmly on coin to remove it. Use coin. I didn't know this was a thing, but I feel like it's special. I'm seeing all kinds of suggested uses there. I don't actually see Pog Slammer listed. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Something this heavy and that size. Silly indeed. Thank you very much, sir. And appreciate the tech support mouse pad. I got this slightly squished one, hope it's okay. From Andrew in the UK. Oh, this is so cool. All right, as promised, here is the WeC. That's a great name. Anyway, it's based around x86. It's intended for industrial use, but turns out to be awesome for DOS gaming. SD card slot emulates a hard drive. You can install any OS from DOS all the way up to Windows XP. Micro USB power supply, PS2 keyboard and such, VGA sound card. Okay, it's a Sound Blaster Pro compatible. I mean, cool. Also has a Dream Blaster S2 installed. This thing is decked out. Yeah, look at those specs. This thing is, oh man. So I've been excited to try this out after seeing its videos. So yeah, it goes by the Rastery on YouTube. So here's an SD card with Windows 98 SE, very handy. Got a little PS2 splitter here to get keyboard and mouse. And this is the machine itself. It's a full-on DOS computer, man. Look at them ports. Micro SD, 15-pin game port, and it's got the PS2 there, Ethernet, USB, micro USB for power, VGA, sound output. Apparently there's a Dream Blaster in here. Dude, this is nuts. It's so, oh man, I really want to do a video on this at some point. Add it to the ever-growing list of very small, interesting products or projects that I want to cover. If you don't see my video anytime soon, just check out, there's going to be a link in the video description of a video showing one of these in action. Thanks again, Andy. I'm very much looking forward to trying this. Got one here from Greg. Oh, wow. All right, so yeah, I remember this now. We're being told about this. World of Zine, Might and Magic something or other. Actually, I think it's a collection of a couple of them put together into one big beefy package. Oh man. Yeah, this is something that's always intrigued me. Never played it. I don't really know what it's all about at all, but the artwork looks great. This box looks great. And yeah, Greg has been telling me about it on the LGR Patreon, and there's a patron there. And also met him at Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. Wow, look at all these awesome maps and stuff. Yeah. But like I said, I don't really know anything about them. I just think, I believe it's the one that connects or combines a couple of them. Like I have this Clouds of Zine, and then there was another one that comes with an orange box. As far as I know, this one connects or really combines the two into one just like massive adventure RPG. I don't know. It's always intrigued me, mostly the art, to be honest. But yeah, the huge boxes as well. So thank you, Greg. Now, this is filled with lead, apparently, judging by the weight. It's from Adam. Oh my, that's a lot of stuff. And quite the note. It's taken him a year to get this together, but here's a jam-packed box of stuff. But yeah, there's a Toshiba laptop. I think that was the thing. Thank you, Adam. All right, straight away, we got some IBM vinyl decals. Those are nice. Stick those in all kinds of stuff. And yeah, tons of hard drives. So yeah, Toshiba 305 CDS. Got a little power supply and a little Ethernet connection thingy. Original hard drive. Nice. And look at that. A Toshiba Satellite Dynabook. Yeah, that is pretty cool. And it's Japanese Windows 95 laptop. A very compact little floppy drive and CD-ROM there. Yeah, hopefully it's in, I don't know, decent working order. Can restore that. And some jewel cased, just like loose random software in here. So a lot of Microsoft Home type of stuff. More things here from, oh, Corel. A couple of processors here. We got an Intel Celeron and an AMD Duron CPU, just kind of hanging out. A D-Link ISA Ethernet card. A couple of little 32 megabyte video cards here. We got an NVIDIA one and an ATI. Yeah, TNT2 Mach 64 and the ATI Rage 128 Pro Ultra. Also got another Rage 128 card from ATI. A different one. I don't know, 1998. Interesting though, it says sample only, not for qualification. So that's a thing. And then this one, yeah, I really hope this works. This is an ATI Graphics Ultra 16-bit ISA card. And a bunch of older hard disks. I don't think these have been tested. Some of them don't even know the capacities. I got a couple of Fujitsu hard disks here, just IDE. Maybe 6 gigs, maybe 20 gigs. A couple of IDE Western Digitals here. We got a 20 gig and a 40 gig. Some more Fujitsus. These are SCSI. So that's fun. Don't know the capacity on them. They're from 2003. And then lastly, we have an IBM DeskStar, a 13.5 gig IDE drive, which I thought this was pretty good. We have the IBM Death Star, as they were sometimes colloquially known. Thanks for sending in all of the extras. This is great. All right, this next one. I recognize that logo. It's from Neil at RMC. What has he bestowed upon us this time? Dork. Man, it's all fancy now. There's actual like stationery thank you notes ready to go here. What a dork. Oh yeah. So once again, blessed with UK SimCity love. Specifically, this is the Amstrad version of SimCity. So yeah, I feel like I'm taking away from the cave, the museum, by having this, but hey, he offered to send it, so here it is. SimCity Amstrad CPC version on the funky floppy disk? Yes. Weird 3-inch floppies that it uses. I don't even have the drive to use this yet. I do have a CPC. Is this for like the 6128 or the 464? I mean, okay, so 464, 664, 6128. That's just neat. I've never actually seen one of these funky discs in person. I really like it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a mechanism. Thank you very much, Neil. I'm gonna savor the note, and I really do hope that I can get over there at some point when travel internationally makes sense again. Would love to just see the Cave Museum hanging out. Holy crap. Awesome. Okay, got one here from Jeffrey. And apparently this is from 9 years ago. I gotta say that's probably a typo, 2012. All right, so CompUSA things. He's been amused by seeing them. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy collecting CompUSA swag. Apparently worked there from August 1995 to 2006. Has great memories of coworkers from that time. It was also, in a way, the zenith of his tech career. Weird, since it was also one of the most unappreciated, lowest paying jobs I've ever had. I have similar feelings about my time in retail. It is always interesting to think back on. Man. So what's in here? A 3-year service pin, a US Robotics pin, and an AMD bronze level retail professional pin. Neat. No corporate guideline for placement of service pins, but most people wore them on the right lapel, TNG style. This is so cool. I love these kind of little things that are mostly forgotten, but I don't want to forget them. Whoa. Oh man, look at those. That's neat. AMD Retail Professional, US Robotics. Yeah, 3 years CompUSA service. Beautiful. Man, look at this. Looks like a CPU with a die on it. Anyway, Intel Pentium 4. Lovely little keychain. Dude, IBM Aptiva pen. A Vizio pen. An Apple pen. Dude. Oh, these keep getting better. Got a Sierra Online pen. Wow, that's a Senator. And last but definitely not least, Windows Millennium Edition. That is so cool. Microsoft Retail Sales desk number there. Oh, like a lanyard? Because, you know, you don't want to have this, like, get lost. You just put it around your neck at all times. All right, Jeffrey, a fantastic bunch of collectibles. I love this kind of stuff. Just as an aside here, recording after the fact, I ended up using that combined with some of my other CompUSA stuff for a spooky Halloween costume. Windows Me Certified Product Specialist from CompUSA. Yeah. This comes together oddly well. Thank you once again for adding to my CompUSA cosplay. All right, got one here from Dial-Up Dave. What is this? Oh, this looks like a meme in the making. Okay, I got a note here. Dear LGR, your channel has inspired me to peruse a life as an old computer nerd. Even though I'm only 13 and the computer I'm writing this on is twice as old as I am, I find a love for these old things with their weird oddities, such as word art. Yes, I appreciate that myself. And he hopes he can expand his collection to be as nearly as big as mine. It all started with some random horrible Acer Aspire one, and now look where I am. I've got an IBM X3850 M2 with 4 processors. That's pretty impressive. And shameless plug to Dial-Up Dave. Yes, good luck with your channel, man, and hope you continue to enjoy the retro hobby. Ah, yes. Got one here from Steve at Geekenspiel. Let's see here. Greetings. As an LGR fan, it's an honor and a thrill to see my stickers used on your builds. Yeah, I've used them a number of times. It makes great stuff. Sells them on eBay and whatnot. Has enclosed a few. Hopefully find it useful in future projects. No doubt. Oh, wow. All kinds of stuff. I think he just gave me his old eBay store. Dang, Steve, you went above and beyond. I have seriously bought so many of his stickers. So, there's a lot. Wow. Whole bag of Sound Blaster stickers. 8088 PC XT. All these, oh yeah, dude, like the Y2K ones, Retro Inside, those are just fun to put on things. AMD domes, they all look like really legit too. Like I said, I've used them on a bunch of builds for good reason. Yeah, look at all those. AMD K6s and K6-2, K6-3, bunch of Cyrix stickers. Love the Cyrix Instead one. These are phenomenal, dude. I'm gonna lay all of these out here just so y'all can see them. Look at all these. There are so many period accurate looking stickers for video cards, sound card, graphics cards, processors, software, operating systems, 3DFX cards, DOS and Windows, Roland and Sound Blaster, Intel Cyrix. I mean, holy crap. So anyway, big fan of like all of his stuff that he's sold on his store for a long time, because he does a great job making these. And I feel kind of bad because now I'm not going to buy any for a very long time. Like a blessing and a curse. I seriously like supporting the dude's work. Anyway, I guess I'll still shout him out whenever I use any of these stickers. Thank you, Steve. Okay, got one here from Joseph. All right, Joe, let's see. I hope I find this a fun little gadget. Yeah, Radio Shack multimeter he messaged me about on Patreon. Belonged to his Uncle Steve in Ohio, who passed away last year. My condolences. He was an EE and a big ham radio enthusiast. Sounds like a stand-up dude to me. Fresh 9-volt batteries included. It's got some quirks, being pretty old. Main interesting thing is the RS-232 serial port. It would enable some crude automated data collection, which I think is pretty cool for its time. I had never heard of this, so yeah, I agree. Could make an amusing random number generator, if nothing else. Thank you very much, Joe. Look at that spiffy packaging. Radio Shack. Dude! Like, maybe this is more common than I think or something, but like it's a multimeter with serial and software for DOS. How cool is that? Like, I'm just really curious what in the world that even looks like using this on a PC. Got a nice little stand there. Look at that. And he did include a battery. The screen looks fine. That's just my filter. There it is, without my circular polarizer. So here's the serial connector. Well, you know, the connector goes to the side of the actual multimeter. It goes right here. And then that goes to a 9-pin serial connection right there, plugs into your PC, and then you got some software here. That's lovely. All right, so I had to look at the manual here. Let's see. 2 programs are included to log and display data collected with the meter. All right, the DOS program called RS and is the graphic subdirectory. The Windows program called Scope View. No screenshots, so I guess I just gotta try it out sometime. Okay, this one comes from Ferry in the Netherlands. Oh man, now this is special. I mean, all this stuff is special, but you know, this is extra special to me. Look at that. European version of The Need for Speed for DOS. Beautiful. A release that I've never had. Looks like it came from Dixon's. That's super cool. Yeah, you know, it's just one of my all-time favorite games. So I love collecting the different releases for them and revisiting it seriously like all the time. So, oh yeah, definitely got to make an excuse to whip this out for some future video. That's awesome. There's 2 CDs in here. Police Quest, open season, randomly tossed in there as well. Sure. But yeah, main event right here. Looks like a reprinted cover, perhaps. Yeah. Ooh. 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 We got patches and cheat codes. That's awesome. I love seeing old printouts like that. Yeah, look at that CD. Totally different looking than the ones we got here in the US. Like seriously, these kind of little thingies, little extras from the previous owner, they add all kinds of character and context. Didn't see a note in there, but thank you so much for thinking of me with this box and sending it over from overseas. That's just so cool. All right, got one here from Katarina in Germany. Oh dear. Last time I sent you a package, I didn't put a note in, and you called me Gustav after my street. Oh dear. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wow. You know, sometimes looking at international addresses or however the post office like scatters things around. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about that. All right, so apparently there is some shareware, a small part to make the Megalumen monster even more aluminium-y, and a lovely little ancient word processor that's widely known, has a bit of a peculiar name. Hope I don't get demonetized. Oh yeah, still hoping one day I break out the keyboard that's also a musical keyboard and play some Doom on it. Yeah, I keep getting more of those type of things, and every time I get something that's similar to that, I feel like I have to group them together and cover them all at once in a video. So yeah, let's see what we got in here this time. Okay, that's really cool. Look at that. That is going to fit with the Megalumen monster quite well, I think. Man, it might. It's for Cooler Masters, but it looks like it's got the right aesthetic. Nice and brushed aluminum. So this is a replacement 5 1/4 inch drive bezel for the CD-ROM or DVD-ROM or whatever I have on there. Oh, what is this? Got some Haribo, which have unfortunately melted, but that's how it goes. And the thought is appreciated, though. Whoa, what is this? Best of class shareware. What a unique package. Look at that. You say it's nothing special, but I think it's pretty great. Wow. That's a really cool collection. Like, I don't care if the software is all trash or not. Like, that's... just the box alone is awesome. And lastly, we got this word processor, Bonnie Blue. Yeah, that is an interesting title. I must admit, I don't know the significance of that or what that is a reference to. Looks like it's made in the UK. I'm kind of afraid to look it up now. Anyway, wow. Awesome stuff, honestly. Thank you very much. All right, got one here from Zed. Okay, we got a bunch of things. So, sorry, it took a few weeks to get it shipped. No problem at all. Took me much longer than that to open it. Hope I find something interesting in this stack of CDs. Also included some magneto-optical discs found in the closet of a medical customer. Never actually had an MO disc like this. 230 megabytes. Now there's a format I would like to cover. Just because it reminds me of Metal Gear Solid. And yeah, a whole bunch of demo discs here from PCGames.exe, a publication I never have read. Yeah, I'm just not familiar with this magazine at all. And all these are just like random other demo discs. Yeah, from all kinds of different magazines and a bunch of next-gen magazine ones. PC Entertainment. Neat. And these, I've never seen them in a package like this form factor before. Looks very AOL inspired, or at least, yeah, kind of. I mean, it reminds me of like some of the AOL demo discs came in packaging like these, but that user interface as well. Looks like the AOL channels list. That's awesome. Yeah, looking forward to diving into some of these sometime. And thank you for the MO disc as well. Okay, got one here from Jeffrey. Huh. Oh yeah. The Twin Sound. It's a 5 1/4 inch drive bay speaker set. These things, there are so many things like this. This is stereo speakers inside of a 5 1/4 inch drive bay. That is so funny. Yeah, 4-pin power, Molex connection. The 3.5mm audio jacks there, just, that's, wow. Yeah, just a pass through with her bracket, PCI bracket going around back. I could seriously make an entire like hi-fi tower at this point with the number of various related things. Like a stereo speakers, a subwoofer one, also a bunch of like VU meters and other amplifier things. Yeah, thank you for this. Got one here from Angel. Oh man, awesome boxes. The shot glass. It's a Colorado shot glass. It's a pretty cool design. Before developing video games, Nintendo owned love hotels, private short stay rooms that were used for sexual encounters. I didn't know that. Clint, I hope these bits entertain you for a few hours at least. Have fun. Thank you. Well, yeah, Tracon, Air Traffic Control Simulator. I've got a few of these types of programs. I find them delightful. I don't know why. Yeah, 1988. That's super cool. And there's multiple reasons that I find this awesome. For one thing, just look at that art. Or, you know, somebody went to some serious trouble to take that turntable platter and then just fill up the record on top with all of these components. Anyways, the Graphmaster Plus EGA adapter board with software, etc. sticker. Another reason I was like, yes, please send that. But yeah, it's an EGA graphics card, I guess. It has wider traces to carry the signal. That means no radio frequency interference. Noise can cause data error. It seems like a really cool card. 800 by 600 maximum. And again, I just absolutely love the artwork. So thank you very much. All right, got one here. Looks to be maybe a record. It's that style of package from John. We got ourselves an LP. Oh man, I remember this now. Okay, this is really cool. Pretty unique. We hope you enjoy our chilled tribute to King's Quest. Had a whole lot of fun making it. We're all big fans and enjoy your channel. Thank you. Yeah, John Paul Sapsford, Brandon Bloom, JBH, Space Quest Historian, hey, and the weirdos on the SQH Discord. King's Chill Volume 2 will begin crowdfunding in the near future. This is rad. Look at this. King's Chill Volume 1. Vibin' makes the soul go higher. Better have Girl in the Tower. It totally does. So chill version of Girl in the Tower. Isle of the Chill, Sailing on the Vapor Waves, Witch's Groove, a Valenice kiss. Oh, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a vibe just looking at the actual sleeve here. Oh man, these are nice, colorful vinyl too. Look at this, two-sided. So look at that. Fantastic. So there's side B we were looking at earlier. Two Guys records. Two Guys from Andromeda. And then, yeah, here's side A. Gwydion's Gambit, Oracle, Dwarf Chill meeting with Alhazred, Crispin Chill and green sleeves. Oh, I'm glad it has green sleeves on there. Gotta go all the way back to the OG King's Quest PC Junior. Haven't actually listened to this yet because I wanted to get the first experience on vinyl. Thank you so much for sending this in. Let's see, we got one here. Oh, hey, it's from Colin. This does not compute. Some stickers, Game Boy cartridge style. Wonderful. Yes, the fine folks over at Free Geek Twin Cities dug this out and brought it to my attention. This absolutely screams oddware and figured to be up my alley. The idea of pulling off multiplayer gaming over a wireless parallel port seems endlessly silly. Yes, it does. Obviously, it's a 900 megahertz band, so I wonder what could happen if you were to, say, fire up a cordless phone in the middle of a print job. It could produce some interesting results. Or a Cybico, because those also run in the same wireless band. Potential here for sure, so look at this nonsense. Aviator wireless networking for home or office. Share your printers and files. Play network games. It's great for notebooks. Simultaneously share your internet connection with grandpa and the kids and out on the lawn. I really don't know what to expect here, but this is absolutely oddware if it works. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is before Wi-Fi, and it does it over the parallel port. Thank you so much, Colin. And the folks at Free Geek Twin Cities. Again, I really got to get up there someday and pay a visit. All right, got some beauty products. Actually, probably not. This is from Brent. It's got to be like the stiffest paper bag I've ever felt. All right. Oh, balls, yeah. Got a little crushed in that stiff cardboard. Whatever, man. This is amazing. Connectix Virtual Game Station, Windows 95 and 98 version. Also Mac, maybe? But I've wanted to cover this for a very long time. Look at this. We've got the software and a bundled PlayStation game. That's so ballsy. Like, you could just go into a store and get a PlayStation emulator for your PC. I mean, right alongside Bleem, which I have covered, but I don't know, like I feel like I should recover it at some point, or maybe make videos comparing the two, just because this is such a weird point in time. I mean, this is how I played PlayStation games back in the day. Like, I would go to Blockbuster and rent them. I never had a PlayStation. I mostly used Bleem. I remember getting this or some version of it. I think it was just like a demo or something. I don't know. But I know I ended up using Bleem more. So there are the system requirements for the PC version. Very reasonable for year 2000. And it also has the Mac system requirements just slapped on there as a sticker. So I guess this is a hybrid disc. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sending this in. Okay, got one here from Not Made Well. This is from Andrew. Keyform Designer Plus for DOS. I ran across a Mac version of this while thrifting some time ago. Didn't pick it up because I wasn't really super interested in the Mac version, but here's the PC one, which I am interested in. So, all right. Greetings from St. Louis. So, hopefully you don't mind. Oh, I'm packing, what? Okay, so there's IBM micro drives in here too. They were found in a Goodwill outlet bin. Wow. Installed in a very old, very fancy looking DSLR. Thank you very much for thinking of me on both accounts here. Got some tiny little micro drives with PCM-CIA adapters. These are such cool little drives. Really do have my doubts of them working. But yeah, it's a teeny little hard disk. Look at that. It would be really cool if they worked. So I got a 1 gig and a 340 megabyte one. And of course, got the Keyform Designer Plus, which I don't know anything about. I just thought the art was cool. And, you know, it's for DOS. So DOS is fun, and that makes things good. So 3.5 inch stuff, 5 1/4 inch stuff. That's a lot of discs. These are all 360K. Yep. Yeah, it's probably extremely boring. I mean, this is a form designing program. Oh yeah, that's super boring. Like, no joke at all. I think that's wonderful. What a tidy little package. Thank you for the thingies. Okay, got one here from Randy. Oh wow. A whole bunch of CPUs in here apparently. AMD things, Athlons, Athlon Thunderbirds, Athlon XPs, Durons, fun. ATI All-in-One Pro PCI graphics card. I haven't seen one of these in a while. I've never really used the All-in-Ones. It's pretty cool though, despite being a little beat up here and there, but yeah, aren't we all? Right, so we got an Asus card here, a V7700 Ti, 64 megabyte AGP. Look at all of that. Got a VR out port there. And we got a Diamond Viper V770 ATX AGP 32 megabyte card. And lastly, certainly not leastly, we've got a GeForce 4 MX 440. Yep, it's been a long time since I used one. I remember enjoying it, or I remember not enjoying it. I remember it. Let's put it that way. And we got a note. Here are the retro computer parts emailed about. All these items should be in working condition, but wasn't able to test them due to limitations of the motherboards. That's fine. Testing is half the fun. He purchased all of them new back in the day and used them in various PCs. They've spent many hours supporting his love of gaming and programming. Thank you for the pile of goods. This is pretty delightful stuff from a period in PC gaming and such I'm really fond of. Oh, this one is really heavy for its size. Got these nifty LGR logos on every corner. Nice touch, Jeremy. Oh, I see a cool crab already. All right, We originally spoke about the CD drive included in the laptop here, but I figured this entire setup would go to better use on the channel than continuing to collect dust. And better safe than sorry, it included some pretty rad software that should render my collection impervious to this certain impending doom. Cheers and thank you. I assume that's what this is. I don't have one of these exactly. I have another couple of these BIOS upgrade chip thingies, but this is one from Evergreen Technologies. Year 2000 upgrade. Right. Fix Y2K for 286, 386, 46 Pentium and later model PCs. So it's pretty much just a ROM and a real-time clock on an ISA card. And yeah, it's supposed to make your computer Y2K compatible on a hardware level. So yeah, I've never actually tried one of these. Like I said, I've got a couple of them. All right, also in their box, we got a standard power cord, cloverleaf end piece, and a Compaq branded modular floppy disk drive, 3.5 inch. These plug into a number of Armatas and LTE something or others, I believe. Oh yeah, kind of like this. This right here is a Compaq Armata 7730MT. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now, I do have another one or two similar machines you've probably seen on LGR or LGR Blurbs or whatever, but I like these things a lot. Just creamy machines, you know, the color. Anyway, it's awesome. Just needs a little bit of cleaning, tidying up. PCMCIA, all kinds of ports. So many ports. Built-in power supply, adding to the heft. So it just takes, you know, your standard cable like that, which is great. Don't have to worry about a brick. And then you do have the modular drive bay over here, which there we go. So there's a CD-ROM from 1997, and there we go. Now we got a floppy drive. That's so cool. Blades Air Conditioning, huh? Guess they were the previous owner, and it appears it was maybe sold by, or at least serviced by, Comdisco. Warranty expired September 3rd, 2000. So just out of warranty. But whatever, man. Thank you so much for sending in this beautiful device. Okay, got one here from Scott. That right there is a big disc. 8-inch floppy. Control Data Corporation. Jeez, dude. Salutations. After a correspondence regarding the CP/M package, he's uncovered a couple of more 80s and 90s computer goodies. He's also watched a dozen more of my videos and noticed I might have a home museum for them, so includes them herein for you to dispatch. Scott, clever way of spelling that there. Thank you so much, Scott. Yeah, what is this? Okay, so CP/M 86. This is what that second disc goes to here. But look at that. That is so cool. Version 1.1 of it. The program that I have been wanting to cover, but the one that I have is on 5.25 inch floppies. This one, that is gorgeous. Whew, that is just big old floppy drive protector. Stick that in there. Wonder if this has a Gary Kildall note. A lot of these CP/M distributions do actually have like a written letter from Gary Kildall in there. Rest in peace. So yeah, this is CP/M 86 on the IBM Display Writer, 1982. Yeah, I definitely don't have a display writer yet, but it'd be awesome to show this if I do a video on CP/M 86. That's so cool just to see all these original digital research paperworks. Oh man, we got a brochure here of some of their stuff. That's great. Yeah, all the different programming languages. Look at them people. Oh hey, here we go. It was not quite the same thing I've seen in some of my other DR products, but you got the Gary Kildall signature printed on the end user license agreement. So what do we got here with this little sharp, like, organizer calculator? That's a calculator. So it's an EL5503 with a very chocolate bar design. Oh, now that is a gorgeous little piece of kit. Look at that. Ooh, we got power. And it's got basic on here? Yeah, all these basic language terms. Scientific computer. That's more involved than I thought. I wonder what you can run on here. That form factor too. I mean, this could be like a straight up like premium smartphone. Well, this is exciting. I don't even know what this is. Like the pack-in stuff that came with the Mac Plus. Okay. Whoa, we got all sorts of things in here. Got some RAM. Nice. Got a fancy disk protector. Dang, that's so much more substantial than the paper ones. All kinds of documentation. Don't see any actual discs, but a multi-finder user's guide, Mac Utilities user's guide, hard disk setup, font mover, teach text, find file, hard disk backup, disk first aid, file exchange. And this right here, that is pretty cool. I've never seen this. I don't have any manuals for any of my Macs. But yeah, Mac Plus owner's guide. Still just a gorgeous machine. Yeah, this is premium. 227 pages of excellence. Oh, look at that. Dude, I want that desk. I want that lamp. The heck is that thing? It's great. Got the Sony Walkman down there. This punk is living a life. Again, with these meticulously planned and laid out gorgeous scenes. Look at that phone. That phone. Like everything on this is all a work of art. Here's another one. I'm just gonna skip to these, man, because you know otherwise it's a lot of text, which is interesting too. But I mean, come on, look at these. That clock and that pen holder. This is so good. Look at the dude there cleaning his mouse ball. Those things do get pretty dirty. Yeah, again, with the unfairly awesome lamp. There we go. I think this is the final one, but... yep. This is great. I mean, wow. Thank you so much for these exquisite items. Now I have to find a Mac Plus. Alright, got one here from Shelby. Hey! Tech Tangents. Oh yeah, dude, I remember now. Look at this, 3.5-inch floppy disk holder. I don't even know what this mechanism's called, but I always liked desks that had this, like a hutch you'd cover up. But yeah, the one I had years back, it like snapped in the middle, something fell on it. It was really sad, because it just is so wood grain. And got the little separators in there for your discs. But got something cool here. Floppy switchboard, huh? So you can add different lines to your config sys file and have it switch between different things with a physical switch. Seems like that'd be super handy on like a test bench or, man, all kinds of things. Quite the letter. So I like how most of it's a postscript. So as for this, it's a prototype floppy drive switchboard has been working on. So you can connect the board into a card edge connector on a floppy cable, or the IDC connector for a 3.5-inch drive. If you can add them is low on the pins. Yeah, it just goes right there in the middle. And then you can connect an extra floppy drive to your computer using the two outputs on the board. The board can be plugged in before or after the twist on a cable. Interesting. So you can manually select the drive in the same way the floppy controller does with the twisted cable. So you could have 1.44 meg, 1.2 meg, and 360K drives all connected to almost any computer without a weird floppy controller. That's honestly fantastic. Dude, what a cool idea. He's not sure if he's going to sell them yet. I mean, I'd say you should, but at least the design's going to be open sourced. Well, thank you very much, sir. And yeah, congratulations on all of the changes you've been making happen, man. Like with your channel lately, he's if you haven't seen, he's like got an office now. It's friggin' awesome. I'm really quite envious of that. It's like a really cool space, and it's got a set coming together for filming and everything that looks great. I don't know, just looks like he's having a great time. It's been a pleasure to watch his excitement. Anyway, thank you, Shelby. All right, got this one here in from Ireland from Albertus. Oh my word. Well, you don't see one of these every day, or really ever, if you know your voodoo cards. So that is a Voodoo 5 6000 AGP, still sealed, and it's not real. But it looks great, doesn't it? This is a reproduction box for a graphics card that never came out. Proof of purchase. Yeah, not for resale, indeed. Voodoo 5 6000 Quad SLI, 128 megabyte AGP card. This was going to be a released Voodoo card, and I guess there's stuff in here too. I mean, it's got a little bit of heft to it. Package contains a Voodoo 5 6000 AGP. Right. Thank you card, limited edition mousepad, handcrafted inner box with supporting foam layers. Yeah, before 3DFX's untimely demise, it would have been one hell of a card. Of course, the Voodoo 5 5500 did come out. Got one of those. But yeah, here's what this looks like beside that box, which is a real box. They did a great job of capturing that whole aesthetic, and I mean, it just looks right up next to it. Ah, man, the things that could have been. Well, I love that they chose Halo and Serious Sam there. Or is that Serious Sam Part 2? So thank you very much for sending this in. What a really cool display piece. I am tempted to unseal it just to see what is inside there. I mean, it's a prop, so I'm happy to leave it as is. Thanks so much. Got one here from David. Got a note here. Welp, looks like I'm a proud new addition to the What the Gosh Darn Heck Happened to This Guy Club. Alright, enclosed you'll find a pretty cool piece of retro tech to add to your Roland collection from examining this CMU 800. Ooh, I'm fairly certain that it's never been used. Found it in a junk pile. These things weren't cheap, and there were 2 of them. Smells fantastic. Well, good to know. Oh, yes. Oh, I remember him telling me about this. Goodness, it does smell amazing. The aroma is pungent. And I don't necessarily mean amazing in a good way. It's just like a very strong leaky capacitor mixed with degrading plastic smell. So maybe it'll work. Anyway, yeah, look at that. Roland DG software package, the CMU 800 for the Apple II. Yeah. See, this is one of Roland's CompuMusic devices that you can hook up to older computers in the 80s. Apple II, specifically in this case. What is this? Does it go into an expansion slot? That's awesome. Yeah, so that little card goes into slot 5 on the Apple II. Got a floppy disk right here. Yeah, this all looks to be still sealed. I don't want to open it yet. There's where the interface is going to plug in. And look at this thing. The CompuMusic. What does it do? I don't exactly know, but it's Roland stuff and old computers mixed together, and that was enough for me to want to like dive into it deeper. You know, this is just hitting on all my hobbyist cylinders right there. Wow. Look at this thing. Oh, those are some satisfying knobs. Oh, classic Roland quality right there. Like, that feels really good. When it's got that right amount of resistance. All of this stuff. I mean, look at all these CV outs, all these gate outs. There's 8 channels for gate and CV out. And you got audio out for mix, rhythm, chord, bass, and melody all separately, as well as a clock in and out. 3.5mm connections. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Wow, I can't believe this is found in the junk pile. All right, got this one here from Chase. A lot of discs, with one of them being a zip disc. Yeah, I remember him telling me about this now. It's a bunch of stuff from QQP. Whoever's discs these were, they were into their war games. Always exciting to get a box like this because I just don't even know. QQP. This has got to be like a shareware vendor, right? Wrong. Future LGR here, chiming in while editing, and yeah, Quantum Quality Productions were most known for A Perfect General and a bunch of other war games. And yeah, they were a legit company, sold stuff at retail before getting bought out by American Laser Games in 1994, and had a ton of releases, many of which I have seen in these random assortment of discs here. So disregard my ignorance. Is actually a lot cooler than I realized while unboxing. But yeah, back to the unboxing. Thank you very much for sending all these in. I am, like I said, always really excited to get a big old collection of random discs like this because you never know what's in here and what needs to be preserved or just who knows. I want to say he also sent another one, might be in here, we'll see. Okay, got this one here from Anthony in Switzerland. Yeah, I remember his email about this. This is the Personal Jukebox 100. The most powerful MP3/audio CD player on Earth. Doesn't play CDs. This is an MP3 player, but it is pretty special and pretty hard to find as well. Definitely a really early personal digital audio player type of thing. Yeah, 6 gig hard drive. I think that maybe was the deal, is that it was the first MP3 player to use a hard drive. 20 whole gigabytes worth. There's a bunch of personal information on this paperwork, but you can see the company it was purchased from and shipped to someone in Zurich. A whole bunch of technical information there. Yeah, I have been meaning to check out some really early MP3 players on LGR. I've got a few now that are really noteworthy. None of them are from Apple. I've actually never owned an iPod. Nothing against it or anything. I just never did. So I always had these weird other ones. So yeah, man, I'm intrigued by these. Always have been. Wow, this is looking great. Holy crap! Look at all this. So there is our. Ooh, man, graphic design is their passion. Jukebox manager, software. Like a traveling case, audio cables, lanyard. Oh man, just a bunch of things. Okay, Hongo Electronics Limited. It's a Korean-made device. Got batteries that go in there. Look at this ridiculous thing. It looks like a knockoff something. I'm not even sure what. Almost like electronic bridge or electronic chess or something like that. But now there's a 20 gig hard drive in there. It's got some heft. Look at that. This is just fascinating. I really hope this works. Thank you so much for sending this in. All right, got one here from PV and JA. Free range turkey. That's Stu Leonard's. That is some northeastern weirdness. Oh man. All right, so I don't see a note, but there is a PAX East 2015 booklet guide thing. Wow. I went to PAX Prime or PAX West or whatever it was called in 2015 in Seattle. That was a fun show. So yeah, in terms of the stuff, I have a rather unfortunate box for Captain Comic 2 Fractured Reality. That's a shame it got so crushed up. Maybe it was before it was sent, I don't know, but it's a game I've been wanting for a while in the box. I can get that looking a little better though. And of course, got a whole bunch of PSP games right here. One of my favorite little consoles, man. I used to have a PSP back, I don't know, 2006 or something. Loved it. Sold it because I ran out of money. I needed money and my job was awful. Anyway, Dynasty Warriors, GTA Liberty City Stories, and Vice City Stories. Nice. IQ Mania. Initial D Street Stage, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Never played that. Ooh, Outrun 2006, Coast to Coast, and Worms 2 Open Warfare. That's, oh man. I've missed this console. The little UMDs. Yeah, seriously. I had like one of those special batteries or whatever you'd had back then to like mod it, and just I put PS1 games on there, I put tons of emulators. I had so much fun with that system. And I always regretted selling it. So when they offered this, I was happy to accept. We have a red Japanese PSP, slim and light. PSP J20000, deep red. That's fantastically cool. Mine was just the regular silver one of the PSP 2000. Don't actually know if this has been used or if it's just extremely good condition here, but it doesn't really look used or opened. I don't think it is, man. So maybe I'll do an unboxing for this at some point. It was obviously an unsealed box, but like all the stuff inside still seems to be either unused or it looks extremely well repackaged. Either way, I'm very excited to try one of these Japanese systems, see what that's about, and yeah, play some PSP again for the first time in, gosh, like 13, 14 years. Yeah, I want to hear from an unknown sender. I don't know who it is, but they're from Tennessee. Hey, look at this. No notes. At least we can take notes. This is the Apple Newton Message Pad 110. Your personal assistant with all the right connections. New and improved. One that I've been wanting to dive a little more into. I've used it just a tad here and there, but never had one in box. Oh, yay. Does feel a tad rubbery, kind of sticky. We got our stylus up here. I just thought this kind of looks like a bomb or something. Yeah. Have to see if I can get some power in there. Oh yeah. That's what it's all about. Getting the full experience. Man, it's even got the unused Apple and Newton stickers. Ugh. I love the old Apple logo. Newton software titles. Look at all these things. So many guides, handbooks. I guess there's no software? Unless it's in here for something else, I would expect some Mac and Windows stuff, but you can pretty easily download that. Even got a VHS tape. Welcome to Newton. They covered up the reels. Of course Apple did. And look, the reels are black. Apple, why do you gotta think different? All right, well, thank you, mysterious donator, which I totally have your name. I just gotta go and check my email and see who sent this. But yeah, thank you for the inbox Newton Message Pad 110. Got one here from Jason. Oh man, eyeglasses. Heck yeah, glasses. And look at this. We have one packing peanut. At least it's in a bag. And ISA PCI AGP card display stands, 3D printed. Yeah, so you picked this up at an estate sale. And yeah, I offered to send him another item like as a trade. I still haven't found that thing. So my apologies. As soon as I find it, I will send you an email. I've been looking and looking and looking. I know it's in my storage, but it's like deep storage right now. So yeah, if I don't find that item that you wanted as a trade for this, then yeah, I'll just be in touch and I'd happily pay you for this straight up. I hope I can find it though. I'm still looking. Virtual eyeglasses, VPC, the ultimate gaming peripheral, VR. Yeah. I don't know what style of VR this might be, because there were so many different devices like this, headsets and eyepieces and things, heads-up displays, and just stuff that you strapped to your head back in the 90s. And they were all trying their own version of it. And I have a number of random kind of VR things and just 3D shutter glasses in general, which that's kind of what these look like. These look more like 3D shutter glasses, but they also, I mean, you know, it's got like a whole headset thing with headphones, and this is very hard to find, as are so many of these, because just not a whole ton of people bought them, and they were expensive and all kinds of stuff. bunch of different options. Connect it to a VCR, connect it to a computer, connect it to your PlayStation. Yeah, which leads me to believe this is more just like shutter glasses, right? Gives you a personal big screen for watching your favorite flicks. I don't know though. I don't really know exactly. So I'm intrigued to find out. We've got some PC software here, some games, a whole ton of cables and adapters, and the headset. Some assembly required. How very reflective. Yeah, get some lenses there. Neat little adjustable headphones. It's pretty forward thinking. Oh, that is horrendously sticky. Wow, that's gross. So this is going to need a lot of cleaning. There's a lot of grossness down in this box. So this is going to be a real experience at some point. Thank you very much. This banker's box here from Matt, delightfully labeled Dumb Computer Mouse. One can hope. Oh man. No, this is actually a pretty cool computer mouse. Say hello to the No Hands mouse. The mouse made for your feet. Yeah. A bit of an accessibility solution here. They redesigned the mouse from the ground up. So if you don't want to use your hands for a mouse, or you can't, or it's just more comfortable, or whatever, you can use your feet. And so you have these two little pedals. I actually used to have an incomplete, not quite fully working, it was just a janky set of this. I think it was an earlier version perhaps, but yeah, this right here, oh, apparently it works as of 2003. Cool. Anyway, just plugs into PS2 port, and that's it. It's a mouse. You click with one hand or foot and move it around with the other. It's not the least intuitive thing I've ever used, honestly. It's just, I don't know, like swivels around. Yeah, here we go. Hey, this one's got the software. But yeah, here's the cursor part. And it just sort of moves on this base just a little bit here. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a cool device for the time, you know, trying to solve a problem or come up with a solution where there may indeed be a problem or whatever. It was just an option. I think it's pretty cool, actually. Oh, this is a serial port version. Yeah, the one I had was PS2. So anyway, thank you. Oh, here we go. This is another one from Chase. Just gonna be a lot more discs. Yep, just a lot more discs. These all appear to be just copies, though. One or two of these actually have labels, but user-written discs. Now, these look more uniform. Ah, yeah, we got some more of the QQP ones, but just also a lot of written random ones from whoever owned these before. Some Amiga stuff. The perfect general source? Interesting. But I certainly am intrigued here. Well, I mean, you know, that's why I accepted the packages. Because he's like, this looks like it could be interesting. And I'm like, you know what? I agree. We'll see if they're readable. There's a lot of stuff in here. Ooh, adultsy? Well, anyway, a whole ton of backups. Just tons and tons and tons of backups. Well, thanks for, once again, Chase, for sending these in. Hopefully I can go through them at some point. If not, I'm definitely going to send them to some folks I know so they can go through them. Got this one here from Nick, not Coles. His name is Nick. He's from New Jersey. And my videos, I've got him through some rough times in his life. Recently found the vids right before getting broken up with. While the latter sucked, the videos always gave me so much enjoyment and laughs. It really helped when I needed it. Very glad to hear that, Nick. That's like about the best I can hope for these videos, honestly. And also got into the retro computer scene because of LGR. Awesome. Picked up and restored a bunch of greatness, it looks like. And yeah, as for the box, I found this Sound Blaster in a sealed version of the same model together while thrifting. Yeah, I remember him telling me about this now. I was in a back corner, really out of place with the DVD players, and they obviously had no idea what they were. Got them dirt cheap. Thank you very much, Nick, for thinking of me here. This is precisely my kind of thing. Check it out. Definitely going to be using this in, I don't know, an upgrade video or a build or something in the future because it's so cool. Look at the Sound Blaster 16 Discovery Kit. Sorry, not 16. I just automatically said that. AW64 24-speed Discovery Kit. I covered the Sound Blaster 16 Discovery Kit already, did a video featuring that, like the upgrade experience there. Well, this is later on. These kits are great, and as far as you could tell, everything was in there. He did find one that was like totally sealed up. I think he kept that one, and just I was like, you know, that's fine. If it's all in there, I don't need it to be like brand new and sealed. Comes with Captain Claw, Twinson's Odyssey, Moto Racer, Triple Play 97, and Madden Niffle 97. Grolier Encyclopedia, of course. My First Amazing World Explorer, Sesame Street, Get Set to Learn, Real Audio Player 10, very 1997, which is one of my favorite eras to explore. Yeah, model MK4144. Ooh, yeah, it's all in there. Just kind of jumbled up. It looks like it's missing some of the packing materials, but that's about it. Somebody just, I guess, went through it and was like, oh, yep, there's stuff in here. And then put it all back in the box hastily. Speakers, sound card, CD-ROM, and CD-ROMs, the games and media, power supply even. Wow, this one actually comes with a power supply for the speakers. Hey, look at that. Fresh AW64, a CT4500 model. So this is different than the one that I use in my Megalumina Monster. That one is an AW64 Gold. I just never have experienced the original AW64, so I don't know if it's any good. Thank you very much, though. What a cool package. I hope the videos continue to be a positive thing for you. And the last one is a heavy one. Whole bunch of toilet paper. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would take it. This is from Woody. And well, here we go. This is a fascinating computer system. I didn't see a note in there, but yeah, it's a Sharp. Look at this boombox design. It's a Sharp personal computer, PC 7000. Very much a luggable form factor type of thing. I mean, it's not even really sewing machine. It's so much shorter than that. A lot of these you'll see called like sewing machine style. This is a lot smaller and very intriguing. I am not very familiar with this at all. Oh, look at that. Oh man. Not the most satisfying of keyboards. It feels incredibly cheap and lightweight, but whatever, man. Look at the overall look. That's so neat. You got the keyboard cable tidily tucked away in its little tray there. Contrast and tilt, rather. Oh my word. I'm in love. Those lines right there. Kind of checkerboard design reminds me of like a mid-1980s Nissan Gauge cluster. Dude, this thing is wonderful looking. Sure do hope something about it works. I don't even know. Oh yeah, it's got floppy disks, or disk drives, dual, over here on the side. I gotta feel this. That seems like it's gonna be an awesome mechanism. There's some random disks here. Oh, that locks it. Oh. So yeah, just a fascinating looking device. Really looking forward to diving in a little bit. Looks like it would take a color CRT or like maybe a CGA output here if it was that kind of model. It's not. There's also a modem section, line and phone. Crazy. Still got the cover on the serial port, parallel right there. You know, it kind of looks like a word processor display. We'll see. Do I dare? Okay, magic smoke. Whoa. Dude, it is definitely working. It's even got a backlight. I can't possibly have a hard disk now. I was trying to load from floppy A there. Okay. That's incredible. Yeah, okay. So definitely gonna pop it open at some point. Make sure there's nothing weird looking in there. But if not, and power supply and stuff looks okay, then definitely gonna get some DOS going in here. See if I can maybe find a Sharp specific version for this. I'm assuming that's what it runs, but I don't know. That's exciting. Thank you hugely for sending in this beautiful machine. Really can't wait to learn more about it. And that's it for yet another LGR donations unboxing video, which I believe this is the largest one so far. Unbelievable. Thank y'all so much for all your continued generosity and thoughtfulness, both to everyone who sent things in and to the many more who reached out and offered, but I had to decline. It's extremely cool of you, but seriously, you can stop now. I truly appreciate all the consideration. But I really got to cut things off for a while I work on making videos about all this fantastic stuff. I've got more than enough. On that note, it's back to editing the next LGR episode for me. As always, thank you for watching.